My name is Lori Essig. I am both afraid to say my name and not afraid, because the only way we defeat fascism is by standing up against it. And what's been going on with ICE and detaining, kidnapping people off the street is a form of fascism. And we certainly see that in Nacho and Heidi's case. They should never have been arrested. The fact that they are in custody is a crime against humanity, and the United States government needs to be held accountable for it. And so we, the people, will hold them accountable.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm here to support Nacho and Heidi and all the other detainees that have been abducted and deserve to live their happiest lives. They are not criminals, and we shouldn't be treating them that way.
I'm here because I'm an immigrant, and I never thought that in the United States I would see secret police. I came to this country because in my country there was a secret police, masked, and if these people are terrorists, they really have to explain how a farm worker and somebody who's a high school student are terrorists. It's unconscionable.
We're gonna kick this off in a few minutes, and at 3 o'clock is when the bail hearing for Heidi begins, and we're going to be talking a lot more about that. We want a lot of folks to stay outside, but there will also be an opportunity for people who want to go inside. We want to pack both the courtroom and the streets outside. So for anybody who would like to go in, if you have a government-issued real ID and you don't have any bombs or knives or guns on you, you can get into the courtroom. Abel is going to be leading the delegation in. You'll be going through metal detectors. It'll take a while going through. You're going to have to check in your cell phone, so you'll be without your cell for a while. But you can line up behind Abel, and it will sort of loop the line around that way. For those who aren't going in, we are going to be expanding out into the street. So in a minute or two, we're going to have a car that's blocking the entrance, so folks can safely fill the street. And that way we can be gathered here closer together. So sit tight for a second, but then once the street is blocked, we'd ask folks who are down on the wings there to sort of come around, and we'll take the streets together. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Said, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
All right, welcome everybody, welcome. My name is Will, I'll be MC for today. For those who are just coming in, as you can see, we're taking the streets. We have it blocked off so people can safely be out in the street. If you're out in the corner and you aren't able to hear very well, come around, be out in the street, come in front. Same with you all over there, come out to the front. We want everybody to be together as part of this action. A couple other logistics. It's hot out and it's sunny. We have water in front. Anybody who wants a bottle of water should feel free to come up and get it. At some point we'll probably pass it out through the crowd, but no need to wait for that. We are out here today, as everybody knows, to demand freedom for Heidi and Nacho, two detained community leaders who have been unjustly held in detention for 3 weeks now since their violent apprehension by Border Patrol. So this is today's rally. Tomorrow we're going to be out at the same time. Today at 3 p.m., Heidi Perez will start her bail hearing in federal court. This is her first hearing in front of a judge to determine whether she should be released or whether she should be held in detention. Tomorrow, her stepfather Nacho will have the same hearing in the same courtroom in front of the same judge. So we're out today hoping for the best result, And then whatever happens today will be out tomorrow, same place, same time. We hope to see you there and bring a friend with you. All right. Se pueden mover un poquito más para aquí para no estar bloqueando. Un poquito más para aquí. You can bring it in this way. All right, all right. So, some folks have already gone into the courtroom. Anybody who's here who would like to go in is welcome to go as well. We want to make sure that the courtroom is packed, that the street outside is packed. So if you would like to go in, you can't have a bag or a purse on you. You can't have a cell phone on you. So leave those in your car with a friend and head in. You'll go through a metal detector and then join the rest of the people who are inside. Heidi is there in person. We want her to see a full courtroom behind her. We want her to feel the support that is there for her. So anybody who would like to, feel free to head inside. You'll go through some metal detectors and then head upstairs to the courtroom. And then for everybody else, we will be out here. We'll have a few speakers. We'll have some singing. We don't know exactly how long the court hearing is going to take, but we want to maintain a strong presence here until the hearing's over and the folks who are inside are able to come out and let us know how it went. All right, and with that, we're going to turn it over to Migrant Justice Leader Elizabeth Ramirez. Give it up for Ellie.
Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Eli y soy de la comunidad migrante y le quiero dar las gracias a todos por estar aquí en solidaridad de nuestra compañera Heidi.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Eli. I'm a leader in migrant justice in the immigrant community, and I want to thank you all for being here to demand freedom for our detained compa Heidi.
Como ya todos saben, estamos aquí enfrente de las oficinas, ya que nuestra compañera está ahorita en audiencia. Mi compañera, su mamá Rosy, también está intentando a ver si la dejan pasar. Pues es algo muy triste, no me puedo imaginar las noches de mi compañera. Estoy con el corazón roto, no me puedo imaginar cómo son sus noches de mi compañera al saber que su familia está en la cárcel. Es algo injusto.
So we are out here in front of the federal courthouse where our fellow community member Heidi has been brought inside for her bail hearing. Her mom, Rosie, is trying to go in right now to be with her during this hearing. Rosie is also a leader in our community, and as a mother myself, I can't imagine what it's like for what Rosie is going through right now, being separated from her daughter. My heart has been split in two.
Ya han pasado varios días y no tenemos noticias buenas de ellos. No somos criminales, yo no sé qué está pasando porque no los han sacado, ya es mucho tiempo. Ahora estamos aquí pidiendo la liberación de Heidi. Heidi no están solos. Heidi y Nacho no están solos.
Heidi, Nacho, no están solos. Heidi, Nacho, no están solos. Heidi, Nacho, no están solos. Heidi, Nacho, no están solos. Heidi, Nacho, no están solos. Heidi, Nacho, no están solos. Heidi, Nacho, no están solos. Heidi, Nacho. So it's been 3 weeks since Heidi and Nacho were detained. It's been 3 weeks that they've been held in prison without a single charge being brought against them. How is it that somebody can be weeks after weeks denied their liberty without a charge? It's not fair, it's not right. And that's why we're here to demand their freedom, to demand that today Heidi be released.
Hoy estamos aquí pidiendo la liberación de Heidi y no nos vamos a dar por vencidos. Mañana también vamos a estar aquí pidiendo solidaridad para Nacho. Gracias.
So today we are here demanding the release of Heidi, and we won't take no for an answer. Tomorrow we'll be out, all of us together, demanding the release of Nacho as well. Se puede, no se puede. Sí se puede. Se puede, no se puede.
Sí se puede.
Se puede, no se puede.
Sí se puede.
Se puede, no se puede.
Sí se puede.
Se puede, no se puede.
Sí se puede.
Se puede, no se puede.
Sí se puede.
Se puede, no se puede.
Sí se puede.
Se puede, no se puede.
Sí se puede.
Así es, así es. So now we want to invite up to the mic Wafik Faour. Wafik is a tireless, lifelong advocate and organizer for human rights, a leader in the movement with Palestine in Vermont. Many of you have been out in front of this courthouse time and time again over the past couple months, here to show support and solidarity in the hearings of activists who have been detained for their speech in solidarity with the Palestinian people, speaking out against Israel's genocide in Gaza. We know that these issues are linked. We know that the humanity of the Palestinians is bound up in the humanity of immigrants within this country. So without further ado, I want to ask Wafik to come up to the mic. Give it up!
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you. Last time I showed up with one of migrant justice rallies for many members who got kidnapped. Somebody after I spoke, he asked me, he told me, you are here not for the migrants, you are here for your people.
Yes.
I told him, all of them are my people. You need to be refugee. You need to be migrants on the place where you are refugee. And you need to be immigrants in another place to understand the loneliness, the hardship, and the struggle our migrants are living over here. You have to see it and to put your feet on their shoes. It's not an easy situation. It's not easy to live on fear, all the time on fear. They are imprisoned inside their working place. We see that every day. That's why I say we should change our mind how to struggle for them. How? Not every time we wait until they kidnap them and we show up for them. But we have to educate the American public that you cannot survive without our migrants. We have to tell them you cannot eat without our migrants. We're going to tell Vermonters your farms will not survive without our migrants. If we don't start this kind of education, we're going to be feeling the despair one time at a time. For us, the Palestinians here, mainly our students who are facing the same situation like our migrants, we say we are one people, we are sharing the same future, and we are sharing the same cells now. You cannot say I am with one cause, but I don't want to talk to the other. You cannot say I am with the migrants, but forget about the Palestinians. If you are not part of a collective liberation, you're still part of the supremacy. And we are suffering from that. Freedom for all. Freedom for all. The people united will never be defeated.
Give it up for Wafiq. So we were out here week after week when ICE arrested Rumesa, and we freed Rumesa. We were out here week after week when ICE took Mohsin from us, and we freed Mohsin. And we know that through the power of our collective action and our solidarity, we will be able to free Nacho and Heidi as well. We don't know if it will be today, we don't know if it will be tomorrow, or next week, or the week after that, but we know that sooner or later, Nacho and Heidi will be free. Oh, we're going to chant together, free Nacho, free Heidi, free them all. Free Nacho, free Heidi, free them all. Free Nacho, free Heidi. 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 Free them all. All right, now I want to bring up to the mic another migrant justice leader, a member of Migrant Justice's Farm Worker Coordinating Committee. Give it up for Olga Cruz. Olga!
Bueno, primero que nada, gracias una vez más por estar aquí con nosotros, apoyándonos una vez más en nuestra lucha.
Thanks everybody for being out here today, once more in the streets fighting together.
Creo que ya todos sabemos el por qué estamos aquí. En este momento, en este mismo lugar, se está llevando a cabo la audiencia de nuestra compañera Heidi.
I think we all know the reason why we're here today. At this very moment, the bail hearing for our detained community member Heidi is beginning.
Estamos aquí para exigir la liberación de nuestros compañeros Heidi y Nacho. Es injusto que los tengan ahí encerrados mientras su familia aquí afuera está sufriendo. Necesitamos que los liberen, porque un niño aquí está sufriendo por su padre, una madre está sufriendo por su hija. Tengan compasión de cada uno de nosotros.
And so that's why we are here to demand freedom for our detained compañeros Heidi and Nacho. They have been separated cruelly from their family. Put yourselves in their shoes. A son who is separated from his father. A mother who is separated from his daughter for weeks on end now. Let us have compassion and imagine the pain that they are feeling.
Estamos viviendo tiempos muy difíciles en nuestra comunidad, donde quiera estamos siendo atacados, donde salimos a comprar nuestros alimentos y la gente nos ve feo. No es fácil estar aquí luchando por nuestra familia. Estamos migrando no por gusto, estamos migrando por necesidad.
This is a moment that is impacting every person in our community. It's not only those who are in detention, but those who are less free in our daily lives because of the treatment that we are facing. Imagine going out to the store and having people look at you, making you feel judged and discriminated against. Imagine not feeling the freedom and the safety to go out in the streets right now. This is the lives that we are leading. Immigrants are not here for pleasure, for fun. We are here because of a necessity. We are here to provide for and make a better life for our families.
Venimos aquí por el mentado sueño americano que ahora se ha vuelto una pesadilla para nosotros. Una muestra es que ahora nuestros dos compañeros están ahí detenidos injustamente. Pedimos liberación para ellos y todos aquellos que no pueden alzar la voz y que han sido detenidos injustamente.
So we came here with the promise of an American dream, and what we are finding is an American nightmare. It is a nightmare what Nacho and Heidi have gone through the past 3 weeks in detention, being detained without cause and held behind bars for no reason other than being immigrants in this country.
Estoy aquí también en representación de mi gente que está escondida en las granjas, el miedo de que sean detenidos como nuestros compañeros que solo estaban llevando comida a las granjas, tratando de ayudar a gente que no quiere salir. Ellos pusieron en riesgo su vida por nosotros, así que ahora nos queda apoyar, pedir por su liberación. No sabemos lo que pasará hoy ni mañana, pero de algo estamos seguros que no dejaremos de luchar.
So we are all living as prisoners on our farms and in our homes without freedom and safety for our community. And that's what brought Nacho and Heidi out on the day that they were detained. They were delivering food to farm workers. They were putting themselves at risk so that their community members wouldn't have to leave their farms and put themselves at risk. And because of that courage and bravery, they are now being held behind bars. And so it is up to us to fight for those who have fought for us. We need to fight for Nacho and Heidi so they can be released and reunited with their family and their community.
Dejarle saber también a Heidi que no está sola, que aunque nos está dividiendo una pared, pero toda esta gente estamos pidiendo por ella y luchando por ella y que pronto la tengamos acá con nosotros. Gracias.
So we want Heidi to know that she is not alone, that despite the fact that we are now separated by a wall, soon that wall will fall and she will be with us once again. Thank you. Vermont will fight for immigrant rights. Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight
For immigrant rights.
Vermont will fight.
For immigrant rights.
All right. So now we want to hear from a member of the clergy, Pastor Laura from United Church of Christ, UCC. Give it up.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name's Reverend Laura. I'm a local church pastor with the United Church of Christ. And I've been asked to share today just a brief bit about why I'm here. Why am I here with you and invested in what happens today? I mean, and not just for what it means for Nacho and Heidi, but what it means for all of us. Right? See, my big T truth, one that I can't objectively prove to you, is one that drives who I am, what I believe and what I do in the world. And that is that I believe that all of us are created with worth and dignity by the divine, right? And the gift and challenge that each of us has been given is to figure out who that is and to live into that truth in our lives more and more each day. And for some of us, far too many of us, that process of becoming is made more and more difficult by violence, hate, economic oppression, and injustice. And so we choose to migrate, right? Perhaps forced by circumstances or fueled by the seemingly radical belief that we deserve to live a life fully with dignity and with those we love and not have to just fight to survive, right? My stepfather was forced to migrate by economic circumstances after he was downsized and dismissed by a country he had spent all his adult years working for. And after a couple of years doing odd jobs and sending out hundreds of resumes and amassing huge credit card debt, he chose to migrate. He moved with my mother from Central California to Southwest Missouri, where he could find work and start again. He was an economic migrant. And for myself, as an adult, I was forced to migrate due to bigotry. From Eastern Oregon to California's Central Coast after being let go from a job because I was a lesbian. I was told it was because, it's a small town and you live openly with your partner. And it would be good if I left town because I was a threat to the community. But both my stepfather and I were very lucky. We were both educated, able-bodied, white, English-speaking, and happened to live in a nation that was large enough that we could move, that we could go elsewhere, and didn't need a passport, didn't need a visa to find opportunities that will allow us to thrive and not just survive. We were not, and we are not special. We just happened to be born within the United States. And all of us deserve this opportunity, no matter where we are born, the language we speak, the spirituality or religion we practice, the politics we hold, the gender we express, all of us, not the least of which are Nacho and Heidi. So as a Christian and as a U.S. citizen, I am here and standing with you and Heidi and Nacho because of my experience and my beliefs in a God of love and justice. Jesus tells me that the greatest commandment of all is to love. And not just touchy-feeling love or thoughts and prayers love, but love with action, right? A love that feeds the hungry, like Nacho and Heidi were doing when they were unjustly and violently abducted by ICE, delivering food to migrant workers too afraid to leave their places of work. That is love. It's a love that welcomes the stranger and provides them shelter, that doesn't hoard resources just for themselves or those who can pay for it, but ensure that everyone has safe and dignified housing for themselves and their loved ones. And it's a love that shows up, just as you are doing today. Showing up to demand that dignity and due process are distributed equally among all persons. It's to demand that tearing apart families and communities does not make a country great. It destroys and degrades us all, practically and morally. So that's why I'm here, because of my experiences and Christian communities to love, Christian commitments to love and justice. So why are you here, right? What energized you to show up this afternoon to stand in solidarity? In a moment, I'm going to invite you to turn to another person, hopefully maybe someone you've never met before, and share what that might be. Some of us might be able to rattle off a couple thoughts really quickly. Some of us, we maybe don't have the words. It's more of a feeling that bubbles within us. And some of us maybe don't know yet, but we're trying to figure it out. And the joy and the blessing is we can figure it out together. And we need to, because we need to be in this for the long haul. So I'm just going to give you a couple minutes and then call you back in. But I invite you to turn to somebody that maybe that you don't know, introduce yourself, and say a little bit about why you are here. All right, thank you everyone. Can I get you to wrap up your conversation and look back up this way? Though we're going to continue on with speakers and moments, I invite you to continue with these conversations at different times, right? Maybe here, maybe over a coffee, maybe at your dinner table. Because if we're in this for the long haul, folks, we're going to need to draw on these sources of support, our beliefs, our commitments, our relationships. For Heidi, for Nacho, and for each other. Si se puede. Si se puede. Si se puede.
Give it up. Thank you, Pastor Laura. All right. So as we are speaking now, the hearing is going on upstairs in the courtroom. We know that they can hear us inside, so let's chant together and chant loud. Well done, well done. Set them free!
Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free! Set them free!
All right. So as folks are continuing to arrive, it's great to see the crowd getting bigger and bigger. If you're in the wings, feel free to come out into the street on either side. We want to make sure that everybody's able to hear. This rally is also being live streamed from Migrant Justice's Facebook page. If you have friends who weren't able to make it today, but who want to be paying attention, tell them to check out at Migrant Justice on Facebook, Migrant Justice / Justicia Migrante, and they can follow along from home, from work, from wherever they may be. And if you use social media and don't currently follow Migrant Justice, that's a great way to stay up to date and learn about these sorts of actions. So Facebook at Migrant Justice, Twitter at Migrant Justice, Instagram at Migrant Justice VT. Follow along for updates. We also have a sign-in sheet going around the crowd. If you don't currently get email updates from Migrant Justice, please sign the sign-in sheet. If you do get email updates but would like to be added to volunteer lists, there's an opportunity to select what sort of volunteer lists you want to be on based on your interests. So we know that many of you are here because you're already familiar with the case. Can you raise your hand if you were in Montpelier in front of the State House 2 weeks ago? Woo! Can you raise your hand if you went to Richford, Vermont on June 14th on the day of their detention? Give it up, give it up. And raise your hand if you have signed the petition to free Nacho and free Heidi. All right, if you have not yet signed that petition and want to send a message to ICE demanding the release of Nacho and Heidi, you can find that on our website, on our social media, and you can also find it, scanning that QR code on the sign to free Nacho and free Heidi. So at some point during the rally, come up and scan the code and send ICE a message demanding freedom for our detained community leaders. So we know that many of you are familiar with this case, but for those of you who don't have the details, Nacho and Heidi are two leaders in the immigrant community in Vermont and two leaders of the organization Migrant Justice. Nacho, for the past 6 years, has been part of the organization's coordinating committee, leading every campaign and helping to formulate the human rights dream and human rights strategies that have resulted in so much transformative change over the past half a decade. Heidi is Nacho's stepdaughter and a leader in her own right. In the past several years, while a high schooler in Milton, Vermont, she has become involved in campaigns for Milk with Dignity and education equity in Vermont. We're going to hear about those a little bit more with the next few speakers. Heidi and Nacho, as you heard, were driving in Franklin, Vermont, bringing food to local farm workers, members of Migrant Justice and their community. They were pulled over without cause by U.S. Border Patrol after leaving a farm where they had distributed food. They asked what the reason for their stop was, and Border Patrol refused to state the reason. Within 10 minutes, Border Patrol had called back up, and as Nacho and Heidi were exercising their rights to remain silent, Border Patrol broke their window and violently pulled them out of their vehicle, arresting both. At no point did Border Patrol provide a reason for the stop, and at no point did Border Patrol have the probable cause, the legal evidence that they would need to detain Nacho and Heidi. So this is an unconstitutional detention, an unjust detention, an illegal detention, and that is why they are in court today, calling on U.S. District Court Judge Christina Reese to order their release, to say that the government cannot detain them for 1 day more. We know that the government is denying or is opposing that petition. Over the weekend, they sent the court a 25-page motion detailing the reasons why 18-year-old Heidi Perez should not be released from detention and why it is in the best interests of the U.S. government to keep her behind bars. So next, we want to hear from a migrant justice leader, a member of the coordinating committee, Hilario Bartolón. Give it up for Don Hilario.
Hola, mi nombre es Hilario. Soy trabajador de un rancho de aquí de Vermont por hace 5 años.
Hello, my name is Hilario. I've been a worker on dairies in Vermont for the past 5 years.
También estamos unidos, los trabajadores de rancho, estamos unidos con Justicia Migrante para tener una organización en contra de la empresa Hannaford, que no pone atención a los trabajadores lecheros ni tampoco a los patrones, porque los patrones tienen en malas condiciones a sus trabajadores, quizás no les tienen el pago mínimo, tampoco su vivienda digna y otros problemas que suscitan allí en cualquier rancho.
So dairy workers have organized through Migrant Justice to fight for their rights with a program called Milk with Dignity. And we are calling on Hannaford Supermarket to join the Milk with Dignity program, to take responsibility for the conditions in their supply chain, to ensure that workers are not being abused, are not working for less than minimum wage, are not living in undignified housing, that they're ensuring that workers are treated with the respect and dignity that they deserve.
Así como estamos unidos en este momento, yo también quiero invitarlos a toda la comunidad de Vermont que se unen con los trabajadores lecheros en ranchos para tener una unión de solidaridad para que Hannaford, la empresa, escuche a los trabajadores y ya es tiempo que se une con leche con dignidad.
So just like you are all out here today defending our rights as a community, we want you with us to advance our rights in the Milk with Dignity program and to join us in calling on Hannaford to join Milk with Dignity.
Necesitamos todos los apoyos de las personas que se unen con nosotros, los trabajadores. Somos trabajadores dignos, trabajamos honradamente para ganar el pan de cada día. No somos asesinos, venimos a trabajar y a progresar el país.
So we need you to join with farm workers to fight for our rights. We work day in and day out on farms across this state, providing for our families, maintaining the economy in this state and in this industry, and we need your support.
Yo el día de hoy me uno aquí a los compañeros para decirle a Nacho y a Heidi que no están solos, estamos con ellos. Ellos no son asesinos, ellos son trabajadores, ellos no tienen 34 cargos a su contra, son personas humildes y trabajadores, por eso queremos la libertad de ellos.
And we're here today as well to let Heidi and Nacho that we stand with them, that they are not alone. They are workers, they are community members, they aren't murderers, they aren't assassins. They don't have 34 felony convictions like some people I could name. They are part of our community and we want them here with us.
Yo les pido que estemos unidos todo el tiempo para cualquier necesidad que se nos atraviesa en todos los trabajos, en cualquier estado. Estemos unidos siempre y para siempre, porque, como digo, somos trabajadores, no venimos a hacer daño a nadie. Es el único que les quiero decir y muchas gracias.
We are workers, we are not your enemies, and we need to stand united against attacks today, tomorrow, and always. Thank you. The people united will never be defeated. 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 Give it up. So these arrests of Nacho and Heidi are attacks against the immigrant community in Vermont, they're attacks against the farm worker community in Vermont, and they're attacks against the working class in Vermont, in the United States, and around the world. We know that Trump's policy of mass deportation has an economic root. This is about oppressing workers, about maintaining a class of people in this country who are so in fear for their own safety that they are able to be exploited by their bosses, by industry, by capital. And so we are honored to be standing shoulder to shoulder with the labor movement in this state and around the country as we oppose these unjust attacks on immigrant workers' rights. I want to bring up to the mic two union siblings, Andy from AFSCME Local 1674 and Claire from UVM Staff United. Give it up!
Hi everyone, my name's Claire Whitehouse. I do food systems research at UVM and I'm co-president of UVM Staff United. Andy and I have the fortune of organizing at our own workplaces for better wages and working conditions. And when we do that, we enjoy federal protections and state protections of our right to organize and negotiate with our employer. Now, the Trump administration is coming for those rights. But let's keep in mind that the federal protections won by our labor movement ancestors have never applied to farm workers. In fact, in this country, we have never paid our farm workers a living wage. But we know in Vermont, did those lack of federal protections stop our farm workers from organizing? No. In fact, do we have an incredibly awesome, admirable, leading group of farm worker organizers in this state? Our migrant justice leaders like Heidi, like Nacho, and all the brave folks who have spoken today are showing us how we do this, even when the government comes for us. So let's take a lesson and know that this is how we do it for people without rights and for people whose rights might be taken away. We stand together, we keep each other fed, we show up bravely and stand together to say, not one of us. Free Heidi, free Nacho, free them all.
Hello, my name is Andy Blanchette and I'm president of AFSCME 1674 and that's how I'm speaking today. But I work full-time at Howard Center and our union represents a bunch of nonprofit, private employers in the area who do social services. And I want to make sure that the connection between the folks in our community who are being kidnapped by ICE, let's be absolutely clear about that, absolutely is connected to whether or not we're able to take care of each other. We are witnessing a robbery unseen in this country. They have robbed social service funding, the Trump administration, and have decided to give it to ICE to do this over and over and over again. Are we going to stand for that? No! I don't think I heard you. Are we going to stand for that? No! Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's important for us to understand that our leverage as working class people in this country comes from our economic standing. There are more of us than these bosses who decide that it's going to be a better investment. They're going to get a better return on investment by kidnapping people off the street than making sure we all have housing, we all have food, we all have medicine, we all have education. That is what we're fighting for every single worker. If we don't stand with our immigrant siblings who are doing the work, who are leading the way and showing us exactly what we need to do, then we're all going to be done for. We are stronger together. We cannot be stopped when we organize collectively. I encourage every single one of you, if you have a union, you better get involved now. This is the time, baby. This is the time. If you do not have a union, you need to go out there and organize it like yesterday. I am serious. And if you are not eligible to do that, if you're not able to organize with your coworkers or you don't feel like you can, you need to sign up and work with Migrant Justice ASAP. That is a priority. Thank you. Solidarity forever.
Give it up! All right, so we're going to do a chant in Spanish together. In English, it means the working class knows no borders. And in Spanish, it goes, La clase obrera no tiene frontera. So it'll be a call and response. La clase obrera no tiene frontera. 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 Give it up. Woo! All right. So you have heard about how Nacho and Heidi have been leaders in the fight for Milk with Dignity, how they have joined with their community to create a vision for a world where dairy workers in Vermont and beyond can live and work with dignity, and how they are winning that vision, how they're turning that vision into reality through struggle, through exercising the collective power that their community holds. On dozens of farms and for over 250 farm workers in Vermont, workers' rights are protected by Milk with Dignity. They have the right to a dignified wage. They have a right to sufficient rest and time off. They have the right to dignified housing. They have the right to work free from sexual harassment, discrimination, violence, and forced labor. This is the reality that Milk with Dignity is bringing about today in our state, in our lifetime, and it is thanks to the brave leadership of Nacho, Heidi, and their community in Migrant Justice. But the fight for human rights is not just on the farm, it's not just in the barn. Nacho, after working for many years as a dairy worker, made the move some years ago to work in the growing construction industry in the state of Vermont. He is a worker owner in the construction cooperative New Frameworks. And after suffering years of abuse and mistreatment on a dairy farm, he was able to be part of creating a business owned by the workers themselves, where workers had created the dignified conditions that he had fought for so long. But unfortunately, in the construction industry in Vermont and in so many places in the country, the worker power and rights that the worker owners of New Frameworks experience are not felt. Most of the construction industry is characterized by the same types of abuses and mistreatment that pervade in the dairy industry. And that's why the organizing of Migrant Justice is expanding to also fight for the rights of construction workers in this state and beyond. The same power and the same rights that workers have won through Milk with Dignity and through the social change model of worker-driven social responsibility, that is organizing alongside consumers to put pressure on the corporations that are responsible for the conditions in their supply chain. That same model is being applied now in the construction industry, and Nacho is at the forefront of creating in Vermont the Building Dignity and Respect program. And through that work and through an agreement with Vermont Construction Company, very soon hundreds of construction workers will have won the same rights and protections that those in the Milk with Dignity program have. And if Nacho and Heidi were just leaders in Milk with Dignity and just leaders in the Building Dignity and Respect campaign, that would be a lot. But that's not all they do. Nacho and Heidi have also been at the forefront of fighting for legislative change in this state. And over the past couple years, they have been familiar sights at the Vermont State House, leading campaigns to expand access in Vermont to the rights to higher education and housing. Over 2 years ago, Migrant Justice set out a vision for 2 pieces of legislation: the Education Equity Act, to expand access to higher education in Vermont to all students regardless of immigration status, and the Housing Access for Immigrant Families Act, to ensure that no immigrants face discrimination because they're not citizens or based on their immigration status when they try to access housing in this state. So to speak more about these campaigns, I want to bring up to the mic State Representative Leonora Dodge, who has been a champion in the State House fighting for these 2 bills, and she can talk to you about the impact that Nacho and Heidi have had in these successful campaigns. Give it up for Leo.
It is good to see you all here. Thank you so much. I see a lot of familiar faces and unfamiliar faces, but we're all family today. Yes, my name's Leonora Dodge, and I'm a proud Chicanadiense, a Montrealer of Mexican roots. Yeah, Montreal. And I cannot be more grateful to the work and the bravery and the selflessness that Nacho and Heidi have shown in our community. They have made Vermont better, not just for themselves, yes. Through their lived experience, they were able to express what they were going through, what the problems are in Vermont for undocumented workers, students, and just human beings. And it is tough. Even in beautiful, bucolic, pastoral Vermont, it is not easy to live undocumented. The source of their strength is in their community. They never gave up. They've never given up, and they won't give up. We are with them because they have stood for us. I sit on the House and General Committee, which deals with labor issues. We help to shepherd through a new proposition that you guys will see on the ballots in 2 Novembers to make Vermont a union-friendly state. So I was really proud to stand here alongside the union organizers. Which hopefully will make it even easier for all workers to organize, not just white ones. Heidi was about to benefit from the law that took a year to pass after signing and took a year to get signed. So after 2 years of risking it all and coming out to the State House, when most kids would be sitting on a computer or over a phone, Heidi came to the State House and spoke about why she wanted a better education, why she didn't want her dreams to die on the farm. I spoke her words when I explained the legislation on the House floor. Nacho came to the House General Committee to speak about the new housing bill that gives fair access regardless of migratory status, makes it illegal to discriminate against people due to their migratory status. And I watched all of the members of my committee just change their minds from whatever they thought they knew about migrant workers, whatever they thought they knew about the construction industry in this state. They learned and they grew. And we passed the bill. So I want to say thank you to Heidi and Nacho. And I also want to just let you know that it is not too late to keep passing more bills, because is there more work to be done? Yes. Are we ready to do it? Yes. So I've already submitted to Legislative Council a proposal for a bill that's come out of California, which is that no federal agents can be masked. That they have to show their ID. We will not have brown shirts working in Vermont. Thank you all for coming, and now we're all family.
Give it up for Leonora! All right, so I just want to reiterate some of the themes that you just heard from Leonora, because I think it bears repeating. Heidi was at the State House day after day, along with other youth leaders in migrant justice, fighting for a bill to expand access to higher education in this state. She came to the state to join her parents, who are dairy workers, and she had a dream of a different life, of going to school, going to college, learning English, learning a profession, and having a different life. This is the dream that her parents had for her when they brought her to the United States, and this is the dream that she has. We'll give it a sec. And this is the dream that Heidi had and continues to have for her future. She spoke at the State House on the day that the Vermont Education Equity Act was passed into law. She spoke at a press conference, speaking to the Press Corps of Vermont about her dream to graduate from Milton High School and attend college in the state of Vermont. This spring, a week before Heidi was unjustly detained by Border Patrol, she graduated she graduated from Milton High School, was accepted into Vermont State College, and is planning on attending in the fall. So Heidi fought for and passed a law to benefit her community, to benefit students like her, and she is slated to be one of the first immigrant students in Vermont to go to college, taking advantage of this new benefit that she herself won. But if it were up to Border Patrol, if it were up to ICE, that dream would be cut short. She would be deported from this country, and her dream would be deferred. But we're not going to let that happen. No! We're not going to let them deport her. No! And we're going to fight so that she can be free, back with her community, and living out her dream in this state. All right, so we want to bring up to the mic next Ellen, a high school teacher at Milton High School, one of Heidi's teachers at the school, to speak more about Heidi and the fight for education rights in Vermont. Give it up for Ellen.
Hi, thank you. I didn't plan this, so I'll just tell you a quick story. We were horrified. Fabi was a beautiful student in our community, and she got to school really early. We are here to support her and to support her family, and our hearts were broken by what has happened and is happening to her, and it's not a day hasn't gone by that I don't think about her sitting in a jail cell and just how fucked up that is. And she should be having a great summer. She should be getting prepared to go to school and get a great education. and as Will was saying that she fought for. I knew her from coming in early in the morning. I think Nacho dropped her off most days. And she was there very early, and she would have her phone leaned up on a table, and she would be using it to like get her makeup on in the morning. And she always had a big, beautiful hello and smile for me. And many of us are here, a bunch of teachers are inside. There's some students in the crowd too, some parents. We love Fabi, we love you, and we'll continue to do whatever we can to help her.
Give it up for Ellen and the community of Milton High School, who's been coming out tirelessly in support of their graduate, Heidi Fabiola Perez Alfaro. Give it up! So chant with me, Heidi, Nacho, no están solos! Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
Heidi, Nacho!
No están solos!
All right! All right, so we don't know how long this hearing is going to last. It's been going for close to an hour. We want to be out here until it's over, to be out here to receive those who are coming out and hear the news. We understand those who need to leave can leave, but if you're able to come, and especially if you're able to call friends and family who might be getting off work at 4 and invite them down, please do so. Next, we want to hear some music, and we're going to sing together maybe. So come on up to the mic, those who are playing, and I'm going to turn it over to Grace. Give it up.
We're gonna hang in until she's free, right? We're not leaving until she's out, yes? So we're gonna sing together. I'm Grace. I am the director of NOFA Vermont, and we know that farmers and farm workers must link arms and stand side by side because we all keep each other fed and safe, yes? I'm also an ordained rabbi, and I'm here to tell you that ICE is the same as the Gestapo was, yes? They are disappearing our neighbors. They are stealing our children off the street. Will we abide this? No! Will we abide this? No! That's right, we will not. I am also a mother of 3 children, and I cannot sleep knowing the pain, imagining the pain, not even able to comprehend the pain of being separated from my child who's being held in jail for doing nothing wrong. We know that from Palestine to Mexico, these border walls have got to go, yes? It is a scary time, and resisting and getting loud is scary, but I see a lot of brave leaders here who are willing to show up. Will you be brave? Yes! And being brave does not mean not feeling scared. It means doing it scared. Will you do the work even if you're scared? Yes! Will you continue to resist ICE with everything you can? Yes! Will you take a rest when you need and then show back up? Yes! Okay. So one of the technologies that people in resistance movements have used for a very long time to keep spirits up, and we've been using at these detention hearings that last longer and longer and longer, yes? we stay singing so that we can keep our spirits up. So we're gonna need you to sing with us. The first song we're gonna sing is We Shall Not Be Moved. Who knows this song? If you don't know it yet, you're gonna know it quickly, because it's really easy. It goes.
All right, we invite you to feel your feet upon the ground like a tree planted firmly at the bank of the river. And that's what we're gonna sing. Repeat after me. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree planted by the water, just like a tree planted by the water. At the end, we shall not be moved. All right, we're gonna sing some lyrics for our brothers and sisters inside and all across the country. We shall not be moved. Now we have to sing it like we believe it. All right, everybody, feel your feet on the ground. Put your hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree planted by the water. We shall not. Our immigrant community, we shall not be moved. Our immigrant community, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree standing by the water, we shall not. Standing up to ice now. Together. Stronger together, we shall not be moved. Stronger together, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree standing by the water, we shall not be moved.
We know that we also have to believe that one day we will get beyond the systems that we have now. One day we will take the money back from the big brutal bill and we will put that money back into our communities, and we will all have health care, and we will all have access to college, and we will all have the food that we need, and it will not matter where you were born. You will have those gifts that every human being is deserved. And so we're imagining this other world where the love of each other is stronger than the love for power. And that's what this song's about. So we're gonna teach it to you, because you probably won't know it. It goes like this. I believe that one fine day, try that. I believe that one fine day. Again. I believe that one fine day. Yeah, that's the first part. I believe that one fine day, that the power of love will rise above the love of power. One fine day. We're doing it again and again. You gotta breathe in. I believe in one fine day. I believe in
this side, keep going.
I believe one fine day. Clap it up. I believe one fine day that the power of love will rise above the love of God. One fine day. One fine day. I believe that one fine day that the power of love will rise above the love of God. One fine day, one more time, all together, here we go.
I believe in one fine day. I believe in one fine day that the power of love will rise above the love of God. I believe in one fine day. I believe in one fine day that the power of love will rise above the love of Deep in my heart, deep in my heart, we do believe. We do believe.
We believe that ICE is going to be gone.
We shall overcome. We are not afraid.
Not afraid.
We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Deep in our hearts. Deep in our hearts, we do believe. We do believe. We are not afraid today. We are not afraid today. Nacho and Heidi will be free. Nacho and Heidi will be free. Come on. Nacho and Heidi will be free. Let them hear you in the courtroom. Nacho and Heidi will be free today. Oh, deep in our hearts, we do believe. We do believe. Nacho and Heidi. Nacho and Heidi will be free today.
There we go. That's all of us together.
They tried, they tried, they tried.
They tried to bury us. Here's the second part. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know that we were thieves. Okay, we're gonna sing that. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know that we were thieves. Back to the first part. They tried. They tried. They tried to bury us. Sing it out. They tried. They tried. They tried to bury us, but they didn't know. They our resistance band now.
Yes. Every day, tomorrow 2:30, this is happening as well. Show up tenfold for the liberation of our good friends.
Let's give it up! Great singing, y'all, great singing. I want to go back to a chant, and we're going to have Dalila and Toya lead us in a chant together.
Yo me llamo Talila. Yo quiero que me suelten a mi tío Nacho y a Heidi. Heidi, Nacho, no están solos. 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 Heidi, Nacho, no están solos.
Let's give it up for Dalila and Victoria. Un aplauso, un aplauso. And before the chants, what Dalila said in Spanish is she said, I'd like to speak to call for my Uncle Nacho and Heidi to be free. Give another round of applause. So Migrant Justice has been organizing for over 15 years now to build the voice, power, and capacity of Vermont's immigrant farm worker community to organize for human rights and economic justice. In that decade and a half, Migrant Justice has been able to change the landscape of Vermont, to change the material, the social, the cultural, and political reality of this state, for farm workers to organize together, to come out of the shadows, to make their voices heard, and to have their human rights vision become a reality. We know that this is a long road and there are many steps to go, but the progress has been undeniable and unmistakable. The most important organization in supporting farm workers along that journey in the state of Vermont has been the Vermont Workers Center. Give it up. When farm workers first started to come together after the death of Jose Obed Santis Cruz in a preventable workplace accident on a dairy in Franklin County, it was the Vermont Workers Center that gave workers the space to come together in community assemblies to begin to develop their own vision, their own organizing practices, their own space. It was the Vermont Workers Center that lent part of their office to the first Migrant Justice staff people to work out of a corner in the Workers Center office. At the time, Vermont Workers Center was leading the fight for universal health care in the state and was responsible for passing the first law in the country authorizing a system for single-payer health care in Vermont. When legislators tried to divide working people, to pit U.S.-born workers against immigrant workers, Vermont Workers Center stood up to that division and said that when we say universal health care, we mean it. And so I want to bring to the mic Kate Cannelstein, Director of the Workers Center. Give it up.
Wow, thank you, Will, for sharing all that. And I just want to say it's the leadership of migrant justice that gives us the courage and inspiration to do things that we might not otherwise think are possible. And that was so powerful to have chants led by the youngest people in this crowd today. It is so important to repeat the words of children and shout them and amplify them. They are our future. But it is a crime that kids should have to stand here outside of this courthouse and demand the freedom of the grown-ups and older, folks in their lives. This is outrageous. And as a mother, I cannot even imagine my children needing to stand up here and say those words. You're so brave, and these actions should not be needed. I just want to say a little bit about this big bill for billionaires that just passed. It's not a new thing in our country, the divide and conquer strategy of using money for Medicaid, for food stamps, for the basic needs that all of us had, taking that away and using it to pay for war, violence, deportation, ICE in this case. This is not a new strategy, but this time it is much bigger. And this time we cannot let it go with silence. We must get organized. We must defeat this. We can't fall prey to these divide and conquer strategies. What this is meant to do, cutting millions of people off of Medicaid, of life-saving healthcare in this country, and then amping up funding for ICE and for our war economy at the same time, that's meant to put the attention of the anger and frustration that people feel for genuinely not being able to meet their basic needs, and pit it against our immigrant neighbors, pit it against each other working class people who need to meet those same needs. That is the intention of this, and we cannot let this happen. Are we gonna let that happen? No. Are we gonna stand in unity as the poor, as the working class, to fight for every single person's rights in our community? That starts today with fighting for the freedom of Heidi and Nacho. We will not let one more person be taken from our communities. We are standing together. We will fight until every single person in this state, in this country, in this world has all of their basic needs met. Healthcare is a human right. Housing is a human right. Migration is a human right. We all have the right to live with dignity, every single one of us. Nacho and Heidi are our leaders. They're not just leaders of the immigrant community in Vermont. They are leaders of an entire movement. They should be all of our leaders. We look to their courage and their bravery as inspiration that will carry us forward in the fight for justice for everyone.
Thank you, Kate. Give it up. So we have heard from people who are coming out that the hearing is still going on. Heidi's legal team has presented their petition for bail. They presented their arguments in front of the judge, responded to questions from the court, and now it is turned over to the government's lawyers who are responding and making the argument about why Heidi should not be released. They are currently arguing in the court for the government's right to keep Heidi in detention. How do we feel about that? Do we agree that Heidi should be in detention? No! Do we want her free? Yes! Are we gonna fight for it? Yes! Are we gonna fight for it? Yes! Heidi, Nacho, no están solos! Heidi, Nacho! 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 No están So on the day that Heidi and Nacho were unjustly detained, June 14th, 3 weeks ago, at the time that they were being pulled over and denied their rights and due process by U.S. Border Patrol, tens of thousands of people were rallying here in Burlington and around the state as part of the coordinated No Kings action, standing up to the Trump administration's authoritarianism. Who was there? The actions in Vermont and around the country were organized by, among others, the 50-51 movement, and here to speak is one of the leaders of that movement, Jerry Peterson. Give it up for Jerry!
Hello, everyone. Can you feel the heat? The heat. They are turning up the heat on us. It's a program of intimidation. They really, really want us to back down. And every day they're working harder on that. There's a memo that's going out from the Department of Homeland Security. 50,000 Hondurans and Nicaraguans are losing their temporary protected status tomorrow. That's 50,000 people that since 1999 have been in this country legally that are losing their protected status. They're manufacturing people that they can go ahead and remove from this country that have been here for almost their entire lives. We cannot put up with this. On June 14th, we had 13 million people turn out in protest in this country. 13 million people. It was the largest coordinated protest in U.S. history. More than 3.5% of the population of the United States and 6% of the population here in Vermont. A record. And now it's time for us to turn the page on that. Now is the time for us to enter a new phase of action. I mean, it's great and all for us to show up and protest, and these sort of things are necessary. But what comes next? I know a lot of you have been thinking, like, well, what exactly can we do? How can we stop everything that's going on? Well, let me tell you, I'm not going to tell you what to do, because I can't. But I will give you the tools to do it. So what we're doing is we're going to train you. We're going to tell you exactly where the limits are, what you can do to avoid getting arrested, while still, making a difference. To show the administration that you will not put up with this. Because as has been said many times by many people, we have the numbers. There's more of us than there are of them, and they're afraid of us. Every single time that they come up with some new crazy law or some new executive order that doesn't make any sense, it's because they're terrified of realizing who we are. The people united will never be defeated. 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 It's great that, we all show up for our neighbors, like Heidi and Nacho. And it's necessary. But they're going to come for us next. I have no doubt that I'm on various watch lists. Personally, I've had my fellow organizers be brutalized by the police. I've had them, have like federal agents stalk their homes. I've had them being attacked by counter-protesters in the streets. And it's only going to get worse. But we have to stand up to them, because if not us, who?
Give it up, give it up! All right, so we're continuing to get updates from inside. We believe that the government is probably on its last witness. so the hearing could be coming to a close soon, although we don't know for sure. So right now the court is hearing from the Border Patrol agent who pulled over and arrested Nacho and Heidi. And so as this case has started to go through the courts, we have been able to see the arguments from the government justifying after the fact their actions. What we know to be true is that this was an act of racial profiling, pure and simple. A Border Patrol agent saw two brown people driving near the border, saw an opportunity to pull them over based on assumptions about their immigration status, and rode that opportunity to their detention. And that is why Nacho and Heidi are behind bars today. We know that to be true. What the Border Patrol agent has said, and what we have seen in the affidavit that he has presented to the court, paints a picture that is almost laughable in how flimsy the government's pretexts are for the cause of their stop and detention. What the Border Patrol agent is saying to the judge right now is that he pulled over Nacho and Heidi on suspicion of smuggling and human trafficking. The evidence that he has to investigate those so-called crimes are that when he saw Nacho drive by in their vehicle, from 25 feet away, the Border Patrol agent saw Nacho's eyes widen and his body go rigid. He said that Nacho's grip on the steering wheel tightened, and that those pieces of evidence gave him the reasonable suspicion that is legally required to suspect that they were committing a crime and that he had the right to pull them over. It would be laughable were the consequences not so serious. This is not a situation that is unique to Nacho and Heidi. ICE and Border Patrol have been using these flimsy pretexts for years to surveil, profile, and detain members of the immigrant community in Vermont. Whether people are driving to the grocery store, to the pharmacy, whether they're driving back from a religious service, whether they're driving to a dental clinic, all of these are real scenarios where immigrants in Vermont, and particularly the immigrant farm worker community who's living and working on farms near the border, have been profiled, ending in their detention. Immigrants have been detained because they're speaking Spanish at a general store while they're ordering their lunch. They have been detained as they take out their trash to the curb. And just like with Nacho and Heidi over 3 weeks ago, these are pretextual, these are detentions based on pretext, nothing else. And we know that the pretexts are simply covering up ICE and Border Patrol's racial profiling. That is what resulted in Nacho and Heidi's detention. That is what is resulting in the detentions around the state. And so we say no to profiling, no to racism, and no to ICE and Border Patrol's unjust attacks on our community. All right, and so we want to break, we'll do a quick chant, and then we're going to take a break. Folks can continue to talk amongst yourselves. Find somebody in the crowd who you don't know yet. If you haven't yet signed up to be on the Migrant Justice mailing list, we'll have that here at the front. You can come up and get your name on. There's more water that's just been brought up. Give it up for the marshals and support and security team, keeping us safe and hydrated. All right, so we're gonna go with the chant that we started up on. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant rights are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant Bring it in, bring it in. Come on back together. All right, so folks are still filing out of the courtroom. Part of Heidi's legal team is with us. Parts of them are still upstairs meeting with Heidi. Heidi is not going to be released today. But the fight to free Heidi is not over. So the judge heard both sides of the bail motion today, heard from Heidi and her legal team on why she should be released, heard from the government about why she should continue to be held in detention, and at the end of the hearing asked for more information from both parties. So bail was not denied today, but the judge deferred a decision, which means that she'll be back in court. We don't know exactly what date. And it also means that Nacho's hearing is going to continue on as scheduled for tomorrow at 3 p.m. So we all need to be back here with twice the numbers. Tomorrow, 2:30 rally, 3 p.m. hearing. We're going to be packing the streets, packing the courts. By tomorrow, we may have more information on when the next hearing date for Heidi will be, based on when the attorneys will file their additional information. And if we have that information, we'll share then to be back here in force for what we hope will be the hearing when Heidi will be granted bail and released from custody. In the meantime, we want her to know that she is loved, that she is cared for, that we're with her, that she's not alone. So chant with me, Heidi no está sola. Heidi no está sola. Heidi no está sola. Heidi no está sola. Heidi no